So here is the robe, and I did use Kool-Aid. I used concentrated berry blend Kool-Aid. It was really, really rich and dark, but it's dried since, and it's this kind of muted color, which is okay. I just wish it had stayed redder. But there's the front where I'm gonna have all the explosion happening, and then the back as well, because I have the wing attachment. So there's my garb. Under it, I'm going to wear a white tank and some shorts. That way, if I have to take it off, I'm not looking too cray-cray. Here are my completed wings. Now, I do have to get some of little dude's bloody blood spray because the devil wings sprouted out of the angel wings. So I want to make this bloody. But I did bloody up the tips of the leaves with nail polish like I had planned. Now, in order to make these wings stick out from the white ones, I did attach some galvanized wire to the back. I attached back here on the strap and then sewed it with my fishing line to stay in place. And then again with the red nail polish just to disguise it some, I went over the wire because it was all silver. So now they stick out like so, like that. Okay? So we have both sets of wings in one. Over here, I got some glasses because I always think my glasses jack up my costume. So I don't know about these because I already can't see in the dark, guys. So I really don't want to wear dark lenses. But then I found these, and these were on sale at Party City. They're regularly $8. Party City had them for $2. So I grabbed these, and with just a little adjustment, they cover my lenses completely, and it matches the red going on here. So I hope I can see through these at night. If not, well, I'm just going to have to wear glasses. Here is the halo. Now, I had bought some really pretty halos at the Dollar Tree to try and redo this, but at this point, no, I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm thinking I might, if I remember, spray a little bit of Caleb's bloody spray on there just to give it a gross look. These are my knee-high little socks. I have not bloodied these. I want to take them outside real quick right before I leave, and I want to mix another little concoction of Kool-Aid and stain these up just a little. Since I'm going to have blood dripping all down my robe, it makes no sense that my legs wouldn't be bloody. I also found this at Party City. I was so excited about this. This was on sale for $12. No, it was $12. It was on sale for $8. This is on sale for $8. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally found a red and white. I think it's going to be perfect. So I grabbed her. There's my finished devil you guys saw me working on. I'm going to put some glow sticks behind it. Since I'm not going to be wearing it, I'm going to tape in some glow sticks right before we leave. I'm going to crack them and tape them in here so they'll have a red glow. And then there's my hands. And then there's my little sleepy Halloween cat. But y'all remember I said I wanted to make some hooves? As always, the idea is amazing in my head and I just cannot put it together. So I came up with something kind of close to what I wanted. I wish they were taller because right now they're giving centipede or millipede vibes. Let me show y'all. You guys, look at this. Don't they look like claw pinchers? And granted, these shoes are not very comfortable. It's just the only shoe that I was willing to put duct tape on. The only shoe that I thought would work because I like that it's open and you'll be able to see the white bloody stocking or little sock. But don't they look like millipede or centipede? And all I did was cut out some cardboard. I didn't even finish the bottom because I'm going to be walking on the bottom. But I cut out some cardboard shapes to mimic the shape of a hoof. And they have a little height, but I had wanted them to be really, really high. But I just couldn't figure out, and I was really exhausted that night. I couldn't figure out how to make the sides wider. So I just did the little sides this way, but I don't know, man. They look funny to me. Let me try them on and show y'all. Don't mind the carpet. I still need to vacuum in here again, guys. Do they look like devil hooves? I don't know. The shape does. Maybe I should have taped them up higher. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they need to be taped up here. I think if I have time, I might try that. Then they might look like a hoof instead of some kind of creepy bug thing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rebrush my hair. I'm going to pin it right back up. I have to go to Walmart. Little dude is out of milks. And, oh, Halloween fairies help me find some so I don't have to drive around and around and around. It's 1 o'clock. I got up at 8:30 and I've been awake just kind of bullfarting around. I laid in bed for a while. I'm really trying not to tax my back because yesterday, when I got to work, I still had to do modules and stuff, so I sat for a minute. I sat all day, and my body is not used to that. So by 3:30, my hip, oh my gosh, guys, my right hip was killing me. I'm like, no, I haven't had pain in so long. But I had popped 2 ibuprofens that morning. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my 4 ibuprofens in the morning because you can only take a max of 800 milligrams of ibuprofen per day or else you'll damage your kidneys, and I only got 1 decent kidney. So I think I'm going to do the 4 ibuprofens every morning if I feel I need it, and then I'm going to carry ibuprofen with me because it works pretty fast on me. But yeah, my hip was killing me, and then yesterday at Boo Bash, by the end of it all, oh my gosh, you guys, my back was screaming. But it is Scare on the Square tonight, and I didn't dress up last night, but I'm definitely dressing up today. So I'm going to get straightened up. I got to go get these milks. I got to go get some cat food, and then I'm going to be back, and I'm going to try and relax, get some food in our bellies, because little dude, I was afraid that the costume was going to be too much for his system, that he was either going to be, his neck was going to hurt, his back was going to hurt from the weight of the fuzz, or that he was going to be too hot, and he did react, guys. Towards the end of the evening, he gave me a scare. We were in the line to, get candy, and it was towards the end of the evening. And he'd been good. I'd been checking on him all night long. You okay? You okay? Are you hot? Are you sweaty? Do you want to take the mask off? Do you need some water? Do you need to go outside and get some air? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. So when we got to the last few tables where they were handing out candy, he's like, Mom, take it off. So I'm like, okay. So I take off the mask. I take off the fur. And he's like, take it off. He had a balaclava under because his hair is so curly and so fluff that it was peeking out from under. So he had the idea, hey, if I wear this black, and it's thin, it's not a winter balaclava. If you don't know what a balaclava is, it's a whole head covering. The only thing showing are your eyes, a little thing here for your nose, and a thing for your mouth. And it came with one of his masks from a couple years ago. But he had it on, to hold back the hair. So I took it off, and when I took it off, you guys, his lips were white. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid is hot as heck. And he was sweaty, he was clammy. So I'm like, come on, let's go outside, let's get you some heat, because it was really packed. It's a smallish place where they have this, and more people are getting wind of it, so more people from around my city come to partake, and it's nice, but it gets really packed. And mind you, he'd been at it for like 2 hours already dressed, because the event went on longer because people were still, getting candy and stuff. So I get him outside, poor thing, and I'm unbuttoning his jacket, trying to get him some air, and he was sticky. He was really sticky. Like, he wasn't sweated through, but you could feel the heat through him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to cool this kid down. Well, these facilities still have the water fountain shut down since the virus scare. They still have the water fountain shut down. And I was like, well, why don't you go into the bathroom, splash some water on your face? But he had the claws on, and I'm like, let me get you outside. So I got him comfortable outside, and I'm trying to unbutton the vest all the way, and I realized that I had zip tied the ribs. Remember I told y'all I was going to cinch up the ribs? Oh, I cinched up the ribs all right. Thankfully, I only cinched up one because I wasn't thinking, and I was in a hurry before we left. So only one set of ribs was cinched up, but with a zip tie, guys, I couldn't take it off. I had meant to bring scissors with me so that I could cut them off at the end of the evening if we went out to eat or whatever, and I forgot them. So I ran inside. I said, baby, sit down. Are you okay? I made sure he was okay. I made sure his color came back. His lips pinked up and his color came back. He wasn't as sticky. And I made sure he was comfortable. And then I ran back in, and people were putting up their displays, and I asked if they had any scissors or anything I could borrow. I had to cut my kid out of some friggin' zip ties. And leave it to Halloween people. They totally understood. They didn't even like, your kid is tied up in zip ties. They totally got it. So they gave me a box cutter, and I went out there and I cut him out of it. he opens his jacket, takes it off, and he had a few pieces of candy. He hadn't eaten since lunchtime. He'd come home and had one of his shakes, but he hadn't eaten solid food since lunchtime, around 11:30. Here we are, 8 friggin' o'clock, a little after, because it ran a little later. And I'm like, you need to balance your sugar. You need to get something in you. So he had a few pieces of candy and started feeling better. We left, went and got him his fast food, Friday food. Came home and he was back to normal. And I asked him, do you think you're going to be okay wearing this tomorrow night? Because tomorrow night is outside. And we've been having 80, 90 friggin' degree days again. Right before the bashes, right before the Halloween stuff, we were having cool nights. Like need a light jacket, little sweater nights. Like light a fire pit weather. And now all of a sudden, when people are all donned up, this is what's going on. So he says he's going to be okay, but I'm going prepared. I'm taking water bottle. I'm taking the fan. I'm taking scissors to cut him out because he wants me to re-cinch his ribs up again. It gave it a good look. And I'm just going to be prepared. I hope he can hang. If not, I'm thinking of taking, if he wants to remain dressed up, taking just a random anything costume to do it. But it was fun. He enjoyed it. He had a good time. He said he wasn't scared when he got that way. And maybe the fact that I was like, I took control, maybe that kept him from being scared. But yeah, I think I've only seen him twice now that way, kind of out of it. And the first time was when he had a concussion and he was just all out of it. He looked off, and it was a scary, like 5 minutes. It was only 5 minutes, but it was scary when you see your kid that way, you know, just pale, and it was spooky. So I'm just like, oh, you know, I have to be prepared. I have to be prepared for tonight, because he has his heart set on wearing it again, because again, he was a hit. Him and his little friend were a hit. And I've noticed when you hand make a costume, it gets more attention. But yeah, he was a hit. And I got more stuff to say all about that. But I'm going to go ahead and get ready and get out into the car before I get too comfortable, before my back starts to hurt. I'm going to go out and get what I got to get done, and then I'll be back. But we'll continue talking in the car. Eating and driving, I know, is not convenient, but I don't want to waste too much time. So, brought my ham Sammy along with me. Anywho, let's talk about last night, because it was fun. So like I mentioned, the Wendigo was going to be a surprise for our friends from Little Dude. And when our friends pulled up, no sooner had the car stopped than my friend was out with her phone, videoing and taking pictures. And that means something to me, because they're very creative and hands-on when it comes to their costumes as well. So here I have my Wendigo, and they have this little deep sea creature. Them boys looked amazing. They really did. And I could not wait to show them off. So my friend's dad, they dressed up, mom and dad. So do I, but I didn't yesterday. I didn't yesterday because I was so exhausted and in pain when I got home. I got home at 6:04. The event started at 6. It's right up the street, literally right up the street. So I wasn't worried about how long it was going to take to get there. I just wanted them to be there. I wanted him to, you know, show off this costume he was so proud of. So, his dad was putting on his costume. His mom was already, she showed up dressed up amazing as well. And I wanted the kids to go in, so we decided I would take them in, and I was just like this proud peacock, okay? Just like, look at these kids, and they immediately got lots of attention. People started wanting to take pictures with them. People are videoing them. People are oohing and ahhing. People are like, that's amazing, and da-da-da-da-da. So I was really happy. I was really happy for them. Because as a parent, especially a Halloween parent, you want your kid to stand out. You want your kid to be looked at. That's the whole point of being hands-on with costumes and stuff. But while we're there, they mentioned they were going to have a Halloween costume contest. And they had one last year. But last year they cut the age off at 12. So this year they opened it up to everybody, even adults. So everybody's lined up, getting ready to be judged. And of course, I'm hoping mine wins. Or my friend's son wins. Because, you know, their costumes are pretty freaking cool. But I also thought it would have been nice if my friends won, either the other. And then there was a grown lady there dressed like Ursula. She was beautiful. I love Ursula. Come on over if you wanna have a good time. No more playing around, but now's the time to cross that. And I just thought it was awesome that they were allowing all ages to compete. So, if you're my friend on Facebook, you know how I feel about how this competition went down. Okay? There were some great costumes. But of course, they gave it, and I know what I sound like. I don't care. They gave it. Hold on. First of all, the lady who was announcing and hyping up the crowd was taking too freaking long, like I'm doing now, to announce the winner. The judges had already decided, and they kept telling her, we already decided, we already know who won, we already know who won.
Judges! Oh, judges! Do you know? Yeah! They say they know, but just in case they're not sure, do one last time. Give them your all. Let's go! Go!
But she kept hyping up the crowd. I honestly think she was liking the attention. Because they told her at least 3 times, we have the winner, and she kept on hyping up the crowd. So finally, she says, okay, the judges told me who won. I have to go look for the winner. And she walks and then comes this way and paused right in front of my group of people. And I thought, surely one of these 4 won it. But then she walked away, and she pulled out this little kid from the crowd. Couldn't be maybe 3 years old.
The winner of the Boo Bash 2024 costume contest is Chucky! Chucky, looks so weird. Come on, look what you won. Did you see what you won? Do you like candy?
You guys. Look. I know Cute Zels. He was adorable. But that is not a unique idea. There are millions of children dressed like Chuckies. Heck, people dress their puppies and cats like Chucky. Okay? I know what I sound like. I don't care. That prize should have gone to somebody who created their costume, or somebody who was scary, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm just bugged by it. Like I said earlier, if you're my friend on Facebook, you know how I feel. We got robbed. Okay, we got robbed. There ain't no other way to put it. There were other people there that should have won it, but they gave it to the cute little kid, which I guess, all right. But maybe next year, they'll divvy it up into age groups or something. But I'm not mad at them, because everybody that's there is a volunteer. Everybody that's there handing out candy, judging, doing the dance contest, all that. Everybody there is a volunteer. So it's a little bit chaotic, and it's still not organized as well as it was when they used to have it at the rec center, but it got so big that they had to move it over to the field house. So they're still tweaking out some problems. They're still working out some issues. And I understand. No, I understand, but maybe next year there'll be a category for older folks. But suffice it to say, I am definitely in the Halloween spirit right now. Just watching them have all that fun, getting all that positive feedback from people who just really like their costumes. Just seeing how happy little dude was. I'm really in the spirit now, and my costume's pretty much ready, so we're gonna be hitting there in a few hours. And I already feel better. I probably didn't even need that sandwich, just the apple juice, just that little boost of sugar. I'm not trying to be tired. I'm going to be walking for hours tonight. I'm trying to park close. But, yeah, that's how the evening went yesterday. What I want to do tonight afterwards, if I'm not too exhausted, if I'm not in pain, I'm not trusting this back of mine, want to come home, go through their candies, pull out all the Twix bars, because my little dude doesn't like Twix. Pull out all the Twix bars and the York peppermint patties. I know people are like, how can anybody give children toothpaste for Halloween? How rude. Because mamas like it. This mama likes them. But I want to have some wine, guys. I've been wanting to imbibe of some nice Moscato for weeks now. But I feel some kind of way about drinking. I don't drink alone. And I feel weird drinking when my child, my youngest, is around. Because it makes me feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm not such a good parent. I'm not saying anything against anybody that has a nice sippy sip with their kids. And I'm Mexican. We grew up having beer and liquor at baptisms and first birthday parties. So really, I know what I sound like. But I personally am not comfortable with that anymore. But I have really just been wanting a sippy sip. A nice chilled Moscato. And if the weather would just cool down, I want to light my fire pit. But I definitely got to get in some relaxation and fun this weekend, because Monday, from here on in, God willing, Monday's a work week. But let me get into this Walmart. Hopefully I can find some shakes and the cat food. Both things that I can never find hardly anymore. That's what I'm looking for. So hopefully I can find... Oh, I haven't taken... You guys, I haven't even taken my meds. I'm over here worried about my sugar going low. And I haven't even taken my meds. I got too much going on in my medulla oblongata. Now, I have one of my meds with me. And I do that in case I ever spend the night at my sister's house or whatnot. But I don't have the other one. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and take this one. You guys, I love apple juice. I cannot even tell y'all how much I love apple juice. Now I just gotta remember to take the other one when I get home. But let me get in chill. You guys, no sooner do I walk in the door than I'm in trouble. They have these awesome little ivies for $7.98 each. Their pumpkins are marked down from $4.50 to $3. And little dude was asking, when are we gonna carve our pumpkin? Those two water thingies are $2. I'm buying one for me to keep at my desk and one for big dude to take with him so he always remembers home. And then, yay, they had 2 of them and I'm taking both. Whew, okay, we're back home. I had to stop at Dollar Tree for a few little things, and I found something that's interesting, and I'm going to show it to you guys in case y'all are in the market for something like it. But before that, look at this pumpkin, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so beautiful. But as picky as I am about my pumpkins, they're hard to find when you're looking for a perfect one. Now this one, the front is gorgeous, right? And it reminds me of back in the day at the club when you were talking and flirting with a guy all night long. The lights are flashing, the music's playing, and you're thinking, honey, right? And then the lights come on at 2 a.m. in the morning, and you see what you were talking to all night, and it don't look like this no more. It looks like that. Well, it looks like a butt, so it's gonna be the butt. But this is gonna be his face. And I always love a nice long trunk so you can pop the top on and off. But let me show you guys the thingies I'm talking about at Dollar Tree. Very basic, guys. I got tissues and some paper plates because we were out. But I found these. And they're these 4-grip plastic rotating hooks. You could put your scarves or ties or bikini tops and bikini bottoms on them. I don't know. I thought I could use them to dry the little washcloths. At the end of the week, there's like an accumulation of washcloths because they fall off of the faucet, or they fall off of the edge of the tub, or they fall down from the top of the shower rod. So I'm thinking if I attach this to the shower rod, maybe nice and wet, they'll hook on there, and then I won't forget to grab them to throw them in the laundry. But yeah, I got 2 of them just in case, one for each bathroom. I thought that was a cool little invention because I don't know about y'all, you can't just dump your washcloth somewhere because they're going to get mildewy and gross. So wring them out and let them air dry for a little bit before the laundry. But I thought that was, I hope it works. I hope it fits through my shower rod. But then I did go ahead and grab some of these what is this called, glow sticks, because the one that I wanted to use for the inside of my devil mask, I cracked it. It does not glow. I stuck it in the freezer. It did not glow. So they're old. They are old. They're from last Halloween, and they've been in the garage in all kinds of cold weather and hot weather. So I went ahead and grabbed these, red, white, and blue. But that's everything. Now I'm going to go make blood for my little lady socks. Blood milk, blood. Yes, you guys. And I make it with Kool-Aid. This berry cherry Kool-Aid, you guys, is the perfect color. I think if I would have used cherry like I had intended and didn't have any, my blood would have dried pink, where this one dried red. But let me show you the amazing true light color that this friggin' Kool-Aid gives you. So I'm just going to dump it in there. And as is, you can see what's going to happen, right? So I just dump it in there, and then I'm going to pour in 2 little packets of water directly from the packet. And this is how I make my Kool-Aid too. I don't want to leave none of that cherry flavor behind. Maybe 3. Let's do 3 to get all that red out. Okay. And at this point, you got to be careful because this crap will stain. But this is my blood, guys. Give it a good stir. But there's my blood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it outside and dribble this along the edges of my little socks. And the rest I'm going to bring it in and make Kool-Aid with. I sure am. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without wasting it, because I'm way over here. And I actually want some left for Kool-Aid. So, got my blood. And I'm just going to... Oh, heck. Are these dry fit? I think these are dry fit, guys. These are moisture wick. So it's not going to drip. Darn it. Splash away it is. Even a wick can't get away from a splash. Okay. I need them to have enough time to dry. Okay. Oh, my house got it. Okay, I hope they dry. I mean, I'm glad they're moisture wick for comfort's sake, but that totally affected my application, but it's okay. Now I'm going to let them dry, hopefully. Actually, let me move them to where the sun is just gonna drape on them. I'm gonna perch them right here at my garage door. Hopefully they don't tip over and they'll dry. So here are my lovely wings. Oh my gosh, they're even prettier and neater in the light outside. Oh, I love them. Okay, but right here is where I want to bloody them up, because this is where, bam, they came out from. So if I get a little blood here, it's okay. I think I'm gonna try the drip. If the drip doesn't work, then I'll splatter. I'm gonna try the drip first. I like it. Now I could do more, but I run the risk of it not drying, and I don't want to put these out in the front because what if somebody takes them or they blow away? So I'm gonna leave them as is. It ain't perfect, but I never said I was a costume creator, so it's better than just white. It makes more sense. Yay! Okay, so now I'm gonna use the rest to make Kool-Aid. Waste not, want not. I gotta rinse off the glass because look at all that residual. Look at all of that residual redness. No, it's just a little pink. I don't usually make my Kool-Aid with tap water. Not because I'm bougie, y'all, okay? My cup of sugar. But because our water tastes like bleach. My Kool-Aid spoon been burnt by the stove, stained, can't get it off. But this has been my Kool-Aid spoon for 20, how old is big dude? 27 years? Yep, I bought it when I got my own apartment, when me and him moved out when he was 3 months old. Because I had to be a whole adult, a whole grown-up. I couldn't have a baby and be living at home. So, this has been with me. I can't get rid of it. It's my Kool-Aid spoon, and my mom had a Kool-Aid spoon. By the end of our childhood, the handle had broken, so she used to grip it like that, and sometimes get her, this right here, stained the color of whatever Kool-Aid she was making. But she never got rid of it until I don't know when. I guess once we all grew up. But I tell you guys, I would love to have that Kool-Aid spoon. Stained knuckles or not, I would have loved to have bought that stained spoon. But I just mixed in my sugar. I'm going to top off to 2 quarts. And that's our Kool-Aid for the house. So I'm going to wash a few dishes while we finish this video. I don't know why I'm trying to use words I ain't never used before. But anywho, it is 3:08. Have plenty of time to relax, because when I get stressed out about being somewhere, and especially trying to find parking over there, because again, it's a small city and people from all around the Tri-City area come out. Small cities, but we all gather in another small city and it ends up pretty packed. So if I give myself enough time to get everything done and enough time to relax before we start getting ready, I'm not in a bad mood and I won't get myself out of the spirit. I will tell you guys though, that costume did take me out of the Halloween spirit a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. And poor little dude. He felt so bad because he felt like it was his fault that I was getting out of the spirit, but it wasn't. I didn't have to make a costume. That's just me. That's just me wanting to, like, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I try it? Will I succeed? It wasn't him. If I had decided I couldn't, if I had decided I won't, he'd have been just fine. He wouldn't have pitched a fit. He wouldn't have acted no kind of way. But it was me pushing myself to see, can I? Then wanting to, then needing to. That kind of took me out the spirit. But like I said, yesterday, with the exception of that scare we had, seeing him so happy, seeing him so proud of his costume, seeing how much attention and how much joy people got out of it, wanting to take pictures with him and video and stuff. It was just nice. And I know he loves doing it because we love doing it with our friends as well. When I tell you to find people with the same likes as you, really helps a friendship. It really, really does. So we're going to do it again today. And like I said, I just have a few dishes to wash. I need to figure out where I want to put those ivies. I want a plant in my bedroom so bad. But any plant that I've tried to have in there ends up struggling, with the exception of my snake plant. My snake plant was doing fine in there. I don't have a lot of light in there. My snake plant was doing just fine, but I wanted a plant downstairs, and it ain't been right ever since. That snake plant is the one that I split in two to make two. The one outside is barely alive, and the one in here, I don't think it likes that pot. So I think I may have hung curtains for that snake plant. But I really want some greenery in my bedroom. And I know ivies do very, very well anywhere. I think they'll do well with a little bit of light that I have in that room. So I know one is definitely going to go in my bedroom. And I would like one for one of the bathrooms, but there's no light in there, guys. We don't have any windows in our bathrooms. Where our homes are built, if any rooms on the side of the house had windows, you'd be looking at your neighbor on their sidewalk. And don't nobody do that. Not you was. But that's all I gotta do. Oh, and retape my hooves. Remember I told y'all I was gonna retape the little cardboard shapes higher up on the shoe? I'll do that. But I can do that while sipping on a glass of Kool-Aid and watching Little House on the Prairie or ER. I'm watching the old reruns of ER. Y'all remember ER? Before Grey's Anatomy? So yeah, plenty of time to relax, and then right before we leave, I'll just jump in the shower real quick, and we'll be good. So thanks for hanging out, you guys. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'll see it editing. But thanks, you guys, for hanging out again and again and again. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. If you all are celebrating Halloween or doing any fall festivals, any trick or treats, anything like that, I hope you guys have a grand time. I hope y'all stay safe and happy and hydrated. And if you're wearing costumes, please, guys, make sure you have a way to get cool. Make sure you take some water. I'm going to put together an emergency bag. It's going to have water, my Holy Ghost fan, the scissors for the zip ties in case I got to bust him out of his costume. I do have to worry about his nosebleeds. In case he gets too hot and has a nosebleed, I got to put tissues in there. So I'm going to have an emergency bag. But it's okay, as long as he has fun. But I hope you guys have fun, whatever it is y'all are doing. And until my next go around, guys, I love y'all bunches. Bye.